Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2002 ECE paper, and this question is related to digital circuits. Look at the circuit diagram. The circuit has two CMOS NOR gates. The circuit functions as A. Flip-flop, B. Smith trigger, C. Monostable multivibrator, D. Astable multivibrator. Okay, this is one mark question, came in GATE 2002, and the answer for this one is nothing but C. It is going to be working as monostable multivibrator. You can put this answer by looking at this pulse. Vi is going to be applied only for short duration as logic 1, and in all other cases Vi is equal to 0. This is going to be treated as a trigger pulse. So a trigger pulse is going to be required only in case of monostable multivibrator. A stable multivibrator is free running oscillator, it doesn't require any trigger pulse. Whereas flip-flop and Smith trigger are only consisting of latches, it doesn't consisting of any discrete components, resistor or capacitor. Okay, and so that we can say that one the answer for this question is monostable multivibrator, and we will see how it is going to be acting as monostable multivibrator. Okay, we know that one monostable multivibrator will be consisting of one stable state and the other one is nothing but quasi-stable state. It is also called as temporary state. So whenever you apply a trigger pulse, at that time the monostable multivibrator moves from stable state to temporary stable state, and it will remain for a short duration, and after that one it itself, without any application of trigger pulse, it itself comes back to the stable state. Okay, and it remains in the stable state until one more trigger pulse you apply. If you are not applying any trigger pulse, it will be remains infinitely in the stable state. So now we will see the operation of this CMOS monostable multivibrator, which consisting of two NOR gates. So this is gate 1 and it is gate 2. Both are going to be CMOS gates only. And if you are observing this G1, for this G1 NOR gate, both the inputs are shorted together, so that it simply act as NOT gate. Simply act as NOT gate or inverter. Okay, and before discussing the actual operation, we are going to discuss about one important point, that is nothing but generally it is called as logic threshold voltage. Logic threshold voltage or logic transition voltage. Logic transition voltage, or it is switching threshold voltage, switching threshold voltage, or simply it is transition voltage. Transition voltage you will better understand by using this one. So let us assume we are going to discuss about CMOS NOT gate, that implies nothing but inverter. For that one, for example, this is what we are going for the characteristics, and where it is x-axis is V input and y-axis is nothing but V naught of inverter, that is nothing but NOT gate. So there will be two logic levels, one is nothing but logic 0, the other is logic 1. If you are giving logic 0 as input for the CMOS NOT gate, at that time output will be logic 1. So output will be logic 1 until the input is going to be at 0. So up to what value this input will be treated as regarded as logic 0. Okay, because as you are increasing Vi at one point, it will go for the logic high, and in between there is a intermediate state also, that is unused state, that cannot be used. Okay, so in CMOS at that time we are going with this logic threshold voltage is nothing but from that point onwards the logic levels are going to be changed. That is, logic is going to be changing, logic is switching across that point, that is going to be called as V inversion or V logic threshold or V switching threshold voltage or simply transition voltage. So if this is going to be Vt and we are calling it as Vt. Okay, don't confuse this Vt. Vt is generally threshold voltage for NMOS and PMOS, that will be specified. That is the minimum amount of gate voltage you must apply to induce the channel. That threshold voltage is nowhere in connection with this threshold voltage. Okay, this is logic threshold voltage, that is normal threshold voltage. So it is Vt. If you want to go for something extra change, at that time you can say it as VTL. VTL implies nothing but logic threshold voltage. So if the input is going to be less than logic threshold voltage, by that time that will be regarded as logic 0 and the output is going to be at logic 1. Okay, and once Vi is going to be reaches this VTL, then from that point onwards and above it will be treated as logic 1 input. So for that logic 1 input, the output will be logic 0. So this is going to be transfer characteristics of CMOS inverter with inversion voltage or transition voltage or logic threshold or switching threshold voltage. So from that point the logic levels are changing, switching from 0 to 1 as well as 1 to 0. If Vi is increasing, at that time first it will be 0, later from VTL onwards it will become 1. If V input is decreasing, first it will be regarded as logic 1. Once it is reaching this VTL, it will be treated as logic 0. Below that one also logic 0. Like that. So with the help of this one, we are going to discuss about monostable multivibrator operation. Okay. So this is what the circuit diagram given, and this is trigger pulse. Vi implies nothing but a trigger pulse that we are going to be applying for the gate 2 input. This is gate 2 and it is gate 1. Both are CMOS gates, and this gate 1 is going to be acting as inverter or NOT gate. Just now we have seen. Okay. So first of all, let us assume no trigger pulse is going to be applied. That is t less than 0. Now if you apply this one, if you observe this one, this is time axis, and for t is equal to 0, okay, when t is equal to 0, okay, at t is equal to 0 you are applying a trigger pulse of VSS magnitude. VSS implies nothing but here it is plus 5 volts, VDD, you can think in that way. Okay, so that is the maximum positive voltage which you are applying. Before that one, no trigger pulse. No trigger pulse is nothing but logic 0, and trigger pulse is nothing but logic 1 for short duration. So for t less than 0, no trigger pulse is applied. That implies nothing but Vi is equal to 0. Okay, and next VR, voltage across this resistor, is going to be treated as, okay, under for t less than 0, at that time capacitor act as open circuit, so no current flows through this and no current flows into the NMOS inverter. So this point is going to be treated as 1. So let us assume that one, this is Vi1 and it is V0 1, and this is going to be V2I and this is V2 0. Okay, V2 0 is nothing but just before capacitor, V2 0. Not implies nothing but output of second gate. I implies nothing but input of second gate. V2I is input of gate 2. V2O implies nothing but output of gate 2. Okay, so for t less than 0, Vi is equal to 0, and VR, here we will go with VR for example. Don't confuse, V already we have used, so that it is VR. Okay. So now we will go with, this is going to be as VR. So VR is going to be at logic 1. So whenever this is going to be at logic 1, output of gate 1 which is acting as inverter, so that V01 will be at 0. V01 will be at 0, and that 0 is going to be acting as input, other input of gate 2 along with Vi. So output of gate 2 both are going to be zeros, here also 0, here also 0 for t less than 0, so that V2O will be 1. V2O will be 1 implies nothing but the voltage across this one is VSS. So capacitor, for capacitor if you are observing, this is V2O you are getting, and over this side it is VR. Both are going to be voltage at VSS, that is both are at logic 1s. So both sides of the capacitor voltage are going to be same. That implies nothing but voltage difference across this capacitor VC is equal to 0. So voltage drop across capacitor is 0 because both sides of the capacitor voltage is same. Okay, and next since we are applying VSS and the voltage at this node is also VSS, so no current flows through the resistor under this state. So current flowing through the resistor is 0 and voltage across the capacitor is 0, and this state is going to be treated as stable state. If you are not applying any trigger pulse at that time, this V01 will be completely at 0 and VR will be at 1, and this is going to be treated as stable state operation of monostable multivibrator. Okay, so stable state operation of monostable multivibrator. Now, so if you want to draw the waveforms, you can draw it later. Okay, second one is nothing but just we are going with only operation. Second one, let us assume at t is equal to 0, that is nothing but 0 plus. We applied a trigger pulse is applied. Trigger pulse applied. Trigger pulse applied. The meaning of trigger pulse applied is nothing but Vi is equal to logic 1 for this duration. A very short trigger pulse is applied such that Vi is equal to 1. Whenever Vi is equal to 1, what happens we will see. Okay, whenever Vi is equal to 1, at t is equal to 0 plus, this 0 is going to be changing towards 1. So one of the input for the NOR gate is 1, is nothing but output will be definitely 0. So previously this V2 naught was at 1. Okay, now that will be changing towards 0. Because of 0 to 1 transition at t is equal to 0 plus, the same transition is going to resulting 1 to 0 reduction at output of gate 2. And capacitor doesn't change instantaneously because we are discussing only at t is equal to 0 plus. So capacitor doesn't react instantaneously, so it will be maintaining the same voltage as previous. So voltage across capacitor is going to be at 0 plus is going to be same as voltage at 0 minus, which is nothing but 0 volts. That is previous case. Now this change in the 1 to 0, that is going to be taking place across VR. VR is now changing from 1 to 0. So because of trigger, the output of gate 2 is going to be changing from VSS to 0, that is nothing but reduction. That reduction is going to be directly affecting across VR, so that VR is going to be changing from 1 to 0. Is that clear? Yes. So because of this one, now G1 is acting as inverter, so V01 will change from 1 to 0. So V01 previously it was at V01 is going to be changing from 0 to 1. V01 is changing from 0 to 1. So this is V01 and it changes from 0 to 1. Okay. Now that 0 to 1 is nothing but V2I is now at V2I. Previously it was at 0. Now it is changing from 0 to 1. So that implies nothing but now both the inputs of this gate 2 are 1s. But only one input 1 is going to be sufficient to maintain the output voltage at 0. So now you can remove. Okay, at t is equal to 0 plus, we will write the voltage, later we will go discuss that one. So by that time V2 naught is going to be changing from 1 to 0, that makes VR to change from 1 to 0, that makes V01 to change from 0 to 1, so that V2I is going to be changing from 0 to 1. Okay, that implies nothing but now V2I is 1, that is V2I is equal to V2I at 0 plus is equal to 1, as well as, okay, we don't indicate the 0 plus, V2I is equal to 1, as well as here VR is VI is also 1. V2I is equal to 1 and Vi, which is nothing but trigger, that is also 1. So you can remove this trigger now. Even though if you are removing this trigger, at that time no change is going to be taking place. So now trigger can be removed whenever V2I becomes 0 to 1 transition taking place. By that time trigger can be removed. So that no effect is going to be taking place on the operation. Okay, nothing will change even if you remove the trigger. So the trigger is only applied for a short duration. Okay, and now for this is what a part of now This is what we can say, it is part of quasi stable state. This is going to be called as quasi stable state. Quasi stable state. Now third one, third case is nothing but we are going in this way. For t greater than 0, now time is going to be increases. That is nothing but as time progresses. Okay, as time progresses, what you are applying is nothing but you are applying a 0 volts. Okay, this is 0 volts, and the capacitor, this is 0 volts implies nothing but here you are going to be getting 0 volts, and what you are applying is nothing but plus 5 volts. This plus 5 volts is applied through R and C like this, and it will be going into the ground. So now as time progresses, current flows through a capacitor. Now capacitor charges because VSS is applied through R and C like this, and the current flows in this direction as shown. This is the direction of current, so that capacitor voltage increases with the polarity plus minus over here. So as T increases, VC, voltage across capacitor, is going to be increases. Whenever voltage across capacitor is going to be increases, this total is nothing but plus 5 volts. Total is plus 5 volts. Now it is dropping across R and C, so that voltage across resistor is going to be now reduces. Okay, previously what happens, across this node you are getting 0, logic 0, you are getting this node is nothing but total voltage VSS is dropping across resistor, so VR is 5 volts, so you are getting 0. And now as time progresses, a current flows through a capacitor, so that capacitor starts charging. As capacitor starts charging, let us assume it has charged to 1 volt. So by that time, out of this 5 volts, 1 volt is going to be charged across capacitor. The remaining 4 volts will be available across VR. Okay, so in that way, the voltage across this one, that is nothing but VR node, voltage across this node, voltage across this node is going to be, voltage across this node is going to be rises. Now VR, sorry, here VR, you may get difference is nothing but this VR and this VR is different. So this we can say in this way, the voltage across capital R is going to be gets reduces. So voltage at R resistor is going to be gets reduces. That implies nothing but VR, which is same as VR is nothing but node voltage across G1. Okay, that VR is going to be same as capacitor voltage, which is going to be increases as time increases at one point. Okay, at one instant, this capacitor voltage may be equal to, okay, VT L, that implies nothing but logic threshold voltage. Whenever it is treated as logic threshold voltage, by that time till that point it has treated as, okay, 0. Now this will be treated as 1. So whenever capacitor voltage is reaches logic threshold voltage, from that time onwards, from that time onwards, VC is going to be assumed as logic 1 now. Logic 1 for the G1 gate is nothing but output will be 0. So VC is going to be logic 1, that implies nothing but output of gate 1. Output of gate 1 will be 0. And output of gate 1 is 0, that is nothing but V2I is 0, so that VI is going to be 0. You are not applying trigger, already trigger is removed, so that output of G2, output of gate 2 is going to be at 1. So that is what output of gate 1 is 0, output of gate 2 is 0 is nothing but it is stable state. It is stable state. So this is again stable state. So your stable state is going to be end up initially at t is equal to 0, where you applied the trigger, and it is going to be in the quasi stable state now, and the quasi stable state continues till the capacitor voltage is going to be reaching the logic threshold voltage. Okay, at what time it is going to be the capacitor voltage reaches logic threshold voltage, that is nothing but end of quasi stable state, and again the circuit comes back without any application of trigger pulse, coming back to the stable state. So the circuit diagram is going to be working as monostable multivibrator. If you apply a trigger pulse, it will go to the quasi stable state, and without application of one more trigger pulse, it will come back to the stable state. Okay, that how much time does it taking to comes back to the stable state depends on the time constant at which the capacitor is charging. The time constant for this circuit diagram is nothing but R into C. Okay, with time constant RC, the capacitor is charging. Whenever the capacitor reaches that logic threshold voltage, then the CMOS circuit, CMOS monostable multivibrator, comes back to the stable state. This is what a simple operation of CMOS NOR gates. Thank you.